Hello everyone, in this video I will explain about strategies on translating paragraphs from Indonesian to English. So answer these questions first. Do you have any difficulties when translating Indonesian to English? Do you have to present a paper or prepare your essay in English during your study? Do you know the tips and tricks how to translate Indonesian to English? Well, if you experience those kind of questions, here you are, the best practice and also explanation match with your needs. We are going to discuss about how to translate Indonesian text to English, and it will be beneficial for you those who are working in translating an abstract. The definition of translation according to Catford: translation is the replacement of textual material in one language by equivalent textual material in other language. According to Newmark, it is a craft consisting in the attempt to replace a written message and/or statement in one language by the same message and/or statement in another language. So you find the equivalent words or phrases with the um, original language. Here I give you tips on Indonesian to English translation. So first, read. Read the source text or sentences you're translating. Understand it comprehensively before you start the translation. Use sources of references. If you're not sure or don't know the meaning of a word or phrase, you can check directly in a dictionary. If you write in Word, you can use add in a dictionary and use all references, glossaries, writing guidelines, and many others. You can start looking for the list of glossary through internet. And then use a dictionary is not enough. One of the most frequently found mistakes in translating is choosing the wrong translation in a dictionary. Yes, so many words that can be used to translate one word in target language. It often happens when a translator doesn't understand the meaning of a word he or she is translating. In order to fix it, you can choose to use a single dictionary, Indonesian to English, Hasan Sadili and John M. Eccles, because it gives more complete definitions. And you can also find other possible meanings of a word to make sure if the word is translated in the source language, it still has the same meaning. Once again, if you're not sure, you can ask directly to the owner of the document or to a native speaker. Don't be too literal. Translating literally is not a right translation. Make sure you always try not to translate a sentence as similar as possible. You also have to think about the nuance of the meaning and translation very well. You can read once again. You translate your translation. If it sounds awkward or strange, your translation isn't perfect yet. Don't be afraid to reconstruct or reorder the sentence. Developing ideas very well is more important than too consistent grammar. It is a state of the art, and there will always be a space for you to do the revision. And then use spelling checker. After you finish translation, Use the spelling checker to fix the misspellings. This feature can be found in any kind of word. After that, you have to be self-editor and ensure you read the whole translation. Don't forget to compare your translation with the source text. And then don't make any fatal mistakes. Do you know that the incident of Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing occurs because of the fatal mistakes of translation? The Japanese government asked for the time to consider the West countries over. Instead, it was mistranslated as the offer was rejected, so the bombing occurred. Let's practice. Here is Indonesian sentence and I would like you to translate it in English. Dia mengetuk pintu beberapa menit yang lalu. He knocked the door a few minutes ago. Saya terpeleset dan punggung saya sakit. Can you translate this sentence? So let's think. And I'll give you a few minutes to translate it. Yes, that's right. I slipped and hurt my back. While in the second sentence, totally not literally relate to the language. Dilarang merokok. How do you say in English? No smoking. When we try to translate word by word, no is tidak, smoking, merokok. Doesn't match, right? But this translation of the target language is commonly used. Dilarang masuk tanpa izin. Private property. Trespasser will be prosecuted. And then the last one, dilarang bermain di dalam taman. Keep out. That's so simple. Okay. Now, siapa namamu? Yes. Literal translation, who is your name? Correct translation, what is your name? Di mana alamatmu? A literal translation will be, where is your address? Correct translation should be, what is your address? Jauhi rumput ini. Keep off the grass. Not far away from the grass. It can be sama dengan Raden Ayu ibunya, katanya lirih. Just like her mother, she whispered. Gadis itu menari dengan luasnya. The girl is dancing with great fluidity and grace. It's descriptive and functional equivalence. Alat musik bisa dibagi menjadi dua kelompok dasar. Musical instruments can be divided into two basic groups. Here is transposition from singular to plural, adjective position, change of the whole sentence structure. Kulitnya yang keras dan bersisik berwarna abu-abu. Dengan demikian, kulit ini membantunya berkamuflase, menyesuaikan diri dengan keadaan lingkungan untuk menyelamatkan diri dari predator, hewan pemangsa jika berada di dalam air. The skin, which is hard and scaly, is grayish in color, thus helping to camouflage. it from predators when underwater. Pikiran manusia. In English, you can say human mind. Philosoph, German, philosopher. Sebuah atau suatu studi ilmiah. A scientific study. Penelitian ilmiah tentang ingatan. Okay, the scientific study of memory. So you need to find the head noun if you translate a noun phrase. In this case, the noun head is penelitian ilmiah. And then sikap yang tidak ramah. In English you can say unfriendly attitude. 5 anak yang nakal. 5 naughty boys or girls. Usaha yang penuh harapan. A hopeful effort. Effort is usaha. In what term? Yang penuh harapan. A hopeful effort. Di mana ada asap, di situ ada api. There's no smoke without fire. Perintah yang tak dapat dibantah. An undeniable order. Nenek tua yang buta. A blind old woman.